Good evening. Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. Obviously, I'm in my truck. And obviously, I am currently not in Wyoming. I wanted to make a video this evening, and I wanted to make one a little different than what this one is going to turn out to be, but I can't. I am in the panhandle of Texas at the moment. On my way back from just north of Fort Worth, where I picked up 2 new horses, and I'm headed back home to Wyoming. And so we've stopped here for the night. I was going to make a video of the horses and how we're spending the evening here, but the wind outside the panhandle of Texas, I'm just outside of Amarillo, and the wind here is very mindful of Wyoming. And so no cigar. I'm gonna have to get through this without a cigar, so cross your fingers. But I've got the window up because of the wind, and I don't want to be choked out in here. I'll introduce the horses when we get back pretty quickly. As those who've been on here regular know, I lost Ray this winter. She got hurt so bad that we had to put her down. Ray was supposed to be my personal horse. I had a lot of hopes for her, and she got hurt, and we lost her. And so I'd kind of been wanting to start looking again for a horse for me, and somebody sent me a link to an ad. I don't know if Mama sent me the link, or Noah or Tom, one of the boys there at the ranch, but somebody sent me a link they had found on Ranch World Ads about a horse down here in Texas, and it had a video and everything. And I was really taken with the little horse, and so we called and talked, and I think I got him gathered up for the money. So horses that were comparable in Sheridan were several $1,000s more. So I could buy him, drive to Texas and pick him up and take him back to Sheridan cheaper than I could buy him there. And they had another 15-year-old well-broke ranch horse that was that for sale too, and so we picked him up as well. And so we're taking those 2 back home. Now, I stayed last night in Memphis, Texas. I drove from Wyoming down here in about a day and a half, and I got up this morning at 5 and was on the road by daylight. Drove whatever it was, 250 miles roughly into where the horses were, made the deal, got the horses loaded up, and then drove back to Amarillo. I found a little, and here's a couple little nuggets that help you guys if you're traveling with horses. This is the second time I've done this, and it's worked out good both times. As I'm driving through, I am in, where am I tonight? I am in, well, I'm 40 or 50 miles outside of Amarillo. I'll think of it in a minute. But as I was coming through this little town, I checked to see if there was an RV park here, and there is. And so I called them and told them it's just my truck and my trailer and a couple of horses, and did they have a spot I could park for the night and get the horses out and feed them? And they said sure. $35. This is the second time I've been able to do this, and it works very well. These small RV parks, I'm finding that they're very hospitable, and it's a very handy thing. So these are broke horses. They're very, very broke horses, and although one of them's only 4 years old, so I've got them out tied to the side of the trailer. When I get kind of close, we'll see what the wind's doing. Get kind of close, maybe we'll open the door and go out and take a look. But they're tied to the side of the trailer, and so I broke open a bale of hay for them, and they're eating the hay very contentedly. And I'm gonna water them, and then I'm gonna sit out here, have my last evening cigar, watch the sun go down, watch them finish eating, and then when we're done for the evening, I'm gonna put them back in the trailer where they're safe, and then I'm gonna climb up in the trailer itself. I've got a little bit of a camp and living quarters in the front. And then in the morning about daylight, I'll get up and feed them breakfast again, water them again, and then put them back in the trailer and we'll head on up the road and we'll head home. But you know, I was listening on the way down yesterday. I had the music on my phone, and I was listening to a young man I like to listen to quite a bit. His name is Ned Ledoux. He's Chris Ledoux's son, and sounds just like his daddy. But he's got a song called Another Horse to Ride, and I was thinking about that today on the road back up here. I do my best thinking when I'm driving or taking a shower. And I've had a lot of driving the last 3 days. And so I was thinking about that. And you know, I lost that horse, and Biscuit got hurt, and he's recovering. He's doing very nicely. And then another horse, Quigley, got hurt this winter. His shoulder got hurt pretty bad, and he's convalescing. And it was kind of, you know, it got kind of tough around the house, and it was tough losing Ray. And so I've just been working horses around the ranch, and you've seen some videos. You know, I've been working Mouse and Little Joe and Reba the Mule, and I've been helping the guys with some other horses and whatnot. But I thought, you know, it's time for me to get another horse to ride. And I kind of was a little bit, I put it off because I put so much hope in Ray. I'm 50, I just turned 57 in April. And this little horse I got for me, he's a little red roan, got a lot of Poco bloodlines in him. He's 4 years old. And so if he lives to be 24, another 20 years, which is not at all even remotely unheard of or difficult for a horse, I will be 77. And I think there's more chance for him to make it to 27 than there is for me to make it to 77. But I have for a while now. I'm getting up there, and I want my forever horse. I've been wanting that horse that can take me into my twilight years, that I can turn into what I want. And I've tried 2 or 3 times. When I got Mouse, I wanted to make him mine, but he's so slow and gentle and everything that he's such a perfect fit for the school. And so it was just the best for everybody that I moved him into the school, which, by the way, Mouse, and so I took Mouse, my son Will took Chance, Noah took his horse Laney, and a friend of ours there in Sheridan took his horse, and we went up into the Bighorns on Saturday and rode hard for 5 hours. Mouse is from Texas, and he said, I don't like this, Dwayne, and this hills, this up and down, but man, he did so good. His mind was just right there. We rode through aspen stands and fallen timber and up steep ridges and down hills and through the trees and over the rocks and across the creek. And he just I was just so happy. I was so happy with him. He didn't like it. He wasn't happy, but he didn't fight me. And he did excellent. But I finally came to the point where I'm like, you know what? I need another horse to ride. And like that song that Ned Ledoux sings, you know, the song's talking about a truck driver who stops and picks up a hitchhiker, and the hitchhiker's an old cowboy. It's just his saddle and whatnot. And as they go along, the truck driver, they talk, and he shares his story, and he's on a downhill slide, and he's in a rough place in life, and he just doesn't really know what to do. And that cowboy told him, say, you just need another horse to ride. Cowboy tells him, pull up this gate up there. There's a gate they don't lock, and the foreman's a friend of mine, and he'll have a horse that I could ride, and I'll just put my saddle on him, and I'll make it to the ranch by supper time. You just need another horse to ride. And, you know, sometimes we get kicked in the belly, and we don't know if we want another horse to ride. People will take this, like they do so much of what I say, and they'll put this into relationships. This broke up, that broke up, this one. I'm not going to talk about that, okay? I'm going to talk about life outside of that. Because a lot of relationships, they just need hard work and time to salvage. But, you know, you have a good job. You have a really good job, and then all of a sudden that company sells out or goes bankrupt or whatever happens, and you're out of a job, and it's a kick in the belly, and you just got bucked off. And sometimes you have a dream, and something physically happens, or something mentally happens, or something emotionally happens, and that dream is now completely out of your reach. It's not going to happen. Get another one. Get another horse to ride. Start over. Get another career. Get another job. Get another something. Okay? But you got to get another horse to ride. What am I going to do in real life, outside of the metaphor I'm talking here? What am I going to do? If I don't get another horse to ride, which I did, he's a young horse, but he's got a good handle on him. And if I say, look, I'm getting to the point now, I don't want to build a relationship with another young one to start over. I don't want to take the chance of putting my hopes and my dreams into another horse. I'll just ride these school horses. What am I going to do? This is me. This is me. This is what I do. As much as inside of me as anything. Am I just going to quit? Am I just going to say it hurts too much? Am I just going to say the chances for failure and falling are too much? The chances that I'll lose this horse? Because horses, they come and they go. All right? The chance that this horse and I are not going to click and become the partnership and that I'm hoping for, that I'm looking for. So I'm just, after so many years and I just don't want to do it anymore. You know, am I just going to sit here and look back and remember the good horses in the past? Horses that I'll never forget. Horses like Scotch. Favorite, best horse I ever had. Am I just going to just not get another one and just spend the rest of my time puttering along the outside edges and just living on memories of what happened before instead of excitement and dreams of what might happen ahead? Get another horse to ride and just keep going. Pick up another one. Look, you're still on the top side of the dirt. So whatever it is that bucked you off, you're not done. All right. I think it was Tom Dorrance in his 90s, was training horses from an electric golf cart. He wasn't physically out there. He couldn't do this anymore. So he found another way to do it. He found another horse to ride. It was an electric golf cart. But he was still more effective training horses at 90 some years old from an electric golf cart than a lot of us guys will ever be out there in a round pen with a lead rope and a flag. All right, just do it. Just get up and find something else and keep moving forward. Now, I hope this horse works out. I hope both these horses work out, and I think they will. They seem pretty nice horses. Like I said, we'll introduce them to you when we get back to the ranch. But I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about the possibility. And you know, when was the last time? Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you were excited about the future? That one's going to hit some of you in the fields. Maybe you've got a job, you've got your house, you've got your mortgage, nothing wrong with any of that. Okay, you've got your routine, you've got your comfort, you've got your safety. But when was the last time you weren't bored? When was the last time you were excited about the future? What was the horse that bucked you off that you decided, I'm not going to get another horse to ride. I'm just going to walk on the ground. It's safer. And it is safer. And you're not going to die from a broken neck getting bucked off that horse, but you're going to die of boredom. You're going to die of boredom. And that ain't no way to go. That ain't no way to go. Okay? All right. So just little encouragement here. Just little encouragement. Keep going. I got bored working those same horses there at the house that I knew somebody else was going to ride. And however much I work them, they're going to go down to the level of the students that's riding them. And that's fine. I mean, that's what you expect. But for me to take a horse and bring it up to the level that I want, I love that. And that's exciting. And the only way I can do that is take the chance. And it's a chance. I mean, the guy picked these horses up. He made a comment. I'm editing here. He made a comment in regards to my guts traveling 12,000 miles down to pick up 2 horses that I bought over the internet. And I wired the money down. I paid for them before I got here. You say, Dwayne, that's a gamble. Dwayne, that's a huge chance. You darn right. And it puts a little bit of that, ooh, what if? Ooh, what if? And guess what? I'm still alive. And even more importantly, I still feel alive. And I have some excitement about what the future might hold. Because I got another horse to ride. All right? All right. So anyhow, we're going to stop there. That's it. That's enough. And tell you what I'm going to do. Let's step out here and see. I'm going to make this all kinds of wobbly in this video. Okay? It sounds like the wind's kind of died down a little bit. We'll step out here. And, well, wind died down nicely, at least for a minute. There we go. I'll back up here. So the horses are tied. Now, you don't do this with just any horse, okay? You make sure they're good, solid horses. They're calm, and they're broke good. But the horses are tied to the trailer. The hay's at their feet, and then when they're done, they'll go back in the trailer for the night. So this horse, here we go. Oh, let's see if we can walk backwards without tripping and falling. We're going to call this horse Trace. Now, yeah, his mane has been roached. I asked him why they did that, and they said he rubbed it out going through a fence. So we'll just let it grow back out, but it's all right. He's a 15-year-old ranch horse. He's done everything, been everywhere, and he is an own grandson of Pepto Boonsmall, for those of you who care about the papers. And so hopefully he's going to make a school horse. And then over here, we're going to call him Peso. Let's come around here and say hi to Peso. Hey, buddy. He's a red roan. He's got a lot of Poco Bueno breeding in him. But he's only 4 years old. And so this is the one I'm going to take on. This is the one that's putting the zoom back in me here. Okay? So anyhow, we'll introduce you more to him when we get home. But look, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I mean, don't be foolish. Sometimes what I do borders on foolishness. Don't be foolish, you know. But if you need to buy a horse over the internet and drive 1,200 miles to get it, do it. You say, Dwayne, what if it goes wrong? What if it goes right? Or what if you just sit at home and never know either way? All right? Be logical. Be reasonable. Be safe. Have fun. And get a wild hair every once in a while. It'll keep you alive. We'll talk to y'all next time.